In a Native American village, there lived a young boy. He was on the cusp of being considered a man in the village's eyes. To become a man, he needed to complete his first solo hunt. The problem is that the hunting grounds are across the river rapids, and the only way to get across would be by canoe. He did not have one of his own, so he began to ask around his village to see if anyone had a canoe to spare. Everyone was using their canoes at the moment and did not have time to spare a canoe. Saddened by the turn of events, he began to walk back to his family's home. While walking, he noticed some older members of the village burning the inside of a tree. "What are you doing?" he asked. "We are beginning to carve this tree to make canoes," they replied. This gave the boy an idea. "Will you show me how to make a canoe so that I can cross the river to get to the hunting grounds?" They accepted and began showing the boy the many steps it takes to make a canoe. After many weeks of watching and learning the craft of canoe making, the boy was sent on his way to make his own canoe. The first step was to find a suitable tree and cut it down. Going into the forest, the boy found a suitable tree and cut it down. After this, he began to carve the shape of the type of the canoe he wanted. After days of carving, he was able to use hot coals from a nearby fire to place in the middle of the canoe. By doing this, it allowed him to carve the inside easier. After doing this multiple times, he poured cold water in the same area where he built the fire. This allowed him to stretch the wood to his desired width. Now all he had to do was paint the canoe. He went to the forest around his village and gathered berries and flowers to smash. By doing this, he was able to make paint for his canoe. After painting it and testing it out in the water, he was finally ready to go on his first hunt. Setting off a few days later, he gathered the needed supplies and began his journey. Passing the river and into the wilderness, he found a suitable deer herd. Taking aim and making his shot, he received his first kill. Taking his prize back to the village, he presented it to the village elders. It was then that he was considered a man in the village's eyes. After his trip, the man found many uses for his canoe, including fishing, trading, gathering, and so much more.